question number 10. Let me draw the figure. So we got a circle here. And we got another circle. It's a little bit bigger one. So there is a point of contact between these two circles, and there is a tangent line which is hitting the smaller circle, and we have a triangle being completed. So you have a region like this. Now these are the following information given. Now this is B, this is A. The radius of the smaller circle is 5 units. The radii of the larger circle is 8 units. Now we are asked to find two things. The first one is the perimeter of the shaded region, right? So this is required. So let me write that down. Find the perimeter of shaded region. Okay, now with this information, let me do this question. Now foremost, by tangent theorem to the circle, the point of tangency to circle at center A will make 90 degree to the radius of the circle. Okay, at center A. So that means this angle is 90 degree. Okay, so that means if I take this point as D, using Pythagoras, we know that AD squared plus DB squared is equal to AB squared. Now this is 8 units, this is 5 units, so that's 13 squared. Now I'm trying to get DB squared, but AD squared is 5, so that's going to be 5 squared. So DB squared is equal to 169 minus 25, that's 144. So this is DB squared. So therefore DB is equal to root of 144, which is equal to 12 units. Now why am I doing all those things? Because I want to know the perimeter, right? So this is 8 units. This entire stretch is 12 units. So this, if I were to take this point as say some E, so DE is 4 units. Okay, so this means that DE is equal to 4 units. That's the reason I am doing all this. Now I need to find out the arc length. So let me take this point as C. Okay, DC is the arc length. DC is arc length of circle A, right? So arc length L is equal to R into theta. Now the question is, we have to get theta. We need to get this value theta. So how do we get that? I'm going to utilize the formula cos theta. So this is going to be opposite side, and this is going to be the, so if I'm using cos theta, I would have to take adjacent side, right? So let me utilize sine theta. So sine theta is opposite side over hypotenuse. So I will use sine theta. Sine theta is opposite side divided by hypotenuse side. My opposite side is 12 units and my hypotenuse is 13 units. So sine theta is 12 over 13. So therefore theta is sine inverse of 12 over 13. So we need to get this value by calculator. Now if you were to evaluate this, our theta would approximately be 67.4 degrees. But you cannot utilize degrees here. You will have to use radian measure, or the radian measure would be 1.18. So we are actually looking for DC. I have already shown you how to calculate DE. Now DC is going to be, radius is 5 units. So 5 times of 1.18. So utilize your calculator and you get that value 1.18. Right, 1.18 multiplied with 5, that is 5.9 is the value. So this is 5.9. What is this? This is nothing but my DC. So I've got DC, I've got DE. Now I will have to get EC. Okay, so that is easily obtained. How is it easily obtained? Remember, I have got the theta value of 67.4 degrees. So that is the reason why I elevated the degree value. So I need to get this angle here. So if this is theta, I will take this as theta 1. So theta 1 is equal to angle at D, that is 90 degree, plus the angle at A, that is 67.4 degrees. So all of this has to be taken out from 180 degrees. So you got to take that out. So let me do that. 90 plus 67.4. I get this. I take 180 out and I get 22.6 degrees. 22.6 degrees is theta 1. Okay, now having got theta 1, we need to get EC, right? So let me utilize this space here. So EC is R times theta, right? But we cannot use degrees here, right? So 8 has to be multiplied with the radian measure. 22.6 radian equivalent is 0.395. 0.395. You multiply that 0.395 multiplied with 8. How much is that? 3.16. So take that value 3. So therefore EC is 3.16. So you can substitute here 3.16. Now the total perimeter. So what is the total perimeter? I want to utilize this space and finish it off. Therefore perimeter is equal to, we have got DE. DE is 4 units plus DC. DC is what? This region. I calculated this region is 5.9. Okay, add that 5.9 there plus this region 3.16. So you can use a calculator. Plus 5.9 plus 4, 13.06. Okay, 13.06 units. You can box it, perimeter of the shaded region. Make sure to box this. So follow the flow that I have demonstrated here for this question. So let's move on to the next part. So the next part is find the area of the shaded region. This is a powerful question. So let me write that down. Area of the shaded region. To find this, first you have to take the area of the triangle. Area of triangle, what is that? BDA. From the area of the triangle BDA, you have to take out the sector area. Sector area of DAC, and then sector area of EBC, right? So that entire calculation would give you the area of the shaded region. So let me first find out the area of the triangle. Area of triangle BDA is equal to, this is clearly the height, right? This region will be the height. So half times the base into height. So I'm using the formula half times base times height. My base is 5 units. My height is 12 units. We have already calculated that. 2 divides here, 6 times 6 5 are 30. 30 square units. So that's the area of the triangle. Now area of sector. Area of sector is equal to half times r squared times theta. Now 1 over 2 times for the first sector. This sector, the value of radius is 5 units, so 5 squared theta. I told you we have to utilize the theta value as 1.18. We have to take this value 1.18, right? So 1.18. So utilize your calculator and find out the value. So so 25 multiplied with 1.18. This is what we get. We divide this by 2. So you get 14.75. So this is for the sector DAC. Next, area of the sector EBC. That's half times r squared times theta. Now radius is 8 squared. Now the theta value is 0.395. 0.395. So 64 times 0.395. You get this. You need to divide by 2. So this is 12.64. So therefore required area is from 30. You take away 14.75 plus 12.64. So 14.75 plus 12.64. 30 minus 27.39. So from 30 you take away 27.39. What do you get? 2.61 square units. So that's the solution for this beautiful question. So we move on to the next one.